So good evening. This is a Pilates session, about 45 minutes long, mixed stability. Over my shoulder, you see what you need. You need a chair, you need hand weights, you need a band, and you need a block. Let's stand up, everybody, and start the session. Make sure that you're in a safe space. Make sure you can't trip over anything. And make sure that you never work into any pain. So if anything goes wrong, make sure that you take it nice and easy. I will give you levels. Give me big shoulder rolls to start off with. I will give you levels and listen carefully for level 1s. I will also give you levels for osteoporosis. If you haven't got osteoporosis, you can, if you want, ignore those options. Or you can join in with those, depending on how your neck or your back is feeling. So big shoulder rolls backwards. Your feet are hip width apart. We're going to add those arms to it. Nice big arm rolls here. Just warming up. Make sure the belly is pulling in, the pelvic floor is lifted, the tail is tucked in. I'm going to stand sideways. You don't have to go sideways. Good. One more time. Perfect. So lengthen your spine. Bring your whole spine into a tabletop position, lengthening the tail up a little bit. Raise the arms up and stretch it out. Good. Lift your breastbone up. Let's do that one more time. So take it forward, a nice long spine. Pull the tail back. Inhale, exhale, bring it back to the top and extend. This is your osteoporosis option. Good. If you haven't got osteoporosis, you're going to come down with an arched back. Nice and round, lift your tailbone up, shift your toes, shift your weight into your toes. Inhale, exhale, bring it back to the top. Circle those arms and extend, making sure we don't hold our breath. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Make sure your bum cheeks are gently engaging. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale to bring it back to the top. Circle those arms. And extend. Good, let's do it one more time, making sure that we don't work into pain. So don't go too low down, make sure you listen to your body. This is your warm-up in a flexion and extension. So everybody that's been coming to my classes knows that we always start our exercises with the 4 warm-up movements. The second or the third one, I should say, is our rotation. Pull the tummy in, breathe out as you rotate. Breathe in as you bring it back to the front. If you have got osteoporosis, you're allowing those hips to move gently with the rotation. If you haven't, try to keep those hips facing forward. So pull the tummy in a little bit more, clench your bum cheeks, and that gives you a pure spinal rotation. So the rotation doesn't come out of your hips, but it comes out of your vertebrae itself. Keep lifting your breastbone up. Make sure you're not holding your breath. We're going to do one more. Back to the center, and then bring the arms to the side. Wonderful. Widen your legs, about shoulder width. Roll the shoulders back, clench your bum cheeks a little bit, and then you go from side to side for your side flexion. Make sure you breathe out, and then you breathe in. You try to lengthen your spine, so try not to reach for your ankles. Try to reach forwards to ceiling with the crown of your head. Yeah. And then you're going to lift the arm up, and you're going to try to keep the arm itself in line with your ear. Inhale and exhale. So try to pull the arm back as far as you can so it lines up with your ear. And keep going. Breathe out to stretch over the midline. Feel the stretch just above the hip bone. And breathe. Okay, let's do 2 more. Breathe. Last one. And breathe into it. Good. This will have given you an overview of how your back is functioning tonight. If you felt any tenderness anywhere, make sure that you take it nice and easy. Maybe choose level 1s rather than the higher levels. Grab your chairs, please. Grab your hand weights. Good. So make sure, please, that you're not sitting on a chair with wheels. You want those chairs to be nice and sturdy. Good. Sit to the center of your chair and just pull the heels towards you, and then split up your weights, 1 weight in each hand. I can see some of you have got tins and bottles. Perfect. Good. We're just going to start with a little bit of a curl here through the biceps. This should feel very easy because light hand weights, your biceps are quite strong. I'm just waiting for everybody to sit. Perfect, lovely, good. Now we're going to add a stand to this. So from seated to standing, breathe out and bring the hand weights to your shoulders. Breathe in to bring it back down again. And then you go again, breathe out to come up, breathe in to take it down. So we are warming up through the elbows, through the hips and the knees. Breathe out as you come up. Breathe in to go down. Good. We're now not going to sit down anymore. What you're going to do, you're going to bring the tail back. You're going to hover your tail over the top of your chair and then bring it back up again. So the skin of your bum cheek makes contact with the seat, but you're not putting any weight on it. Good. So bring it down. Almost sit down and then stand back up again. Really clench the bum cheek. You've got 4 more of these. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull the tummy in, clench your bum. 2 more. Last one. Take it down. And bring it up. Good job. And then bring those arms to your side. We're lifting one arm forward and back down again. And then change it over. Make sure you're not leaning backwards. You're standing nice and tall. And keep that breath going. You can either keep it in a single arm, that's a little bit easier, or if you can, let's work through a double arm. So lift up both arms, take them back down again. Go again. So if you've got any shoulder injuries, take it nice and easy, do as many as you can. Good. You're going to do one more forward. Good. And now we're going to turn our palms to our thighs and we're going to go sideways. I'm keeping it at shoulder height. I'm not lifting it off the shoulder. Just that shoulder height here. Again, if you want, you can keep it with a single arm, but if you can, swap to that double arm. Lift up and bring it down. Good. Breathe out and breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Good. You're going to do one more, and then you're going to hold those hand weights halfway down. Perfect. And then you're going to start pulsing. Pull the shoulders back, bring the chin parallel to the floor, draw the belly button in, tuck the tail in, clench your bum cheeks. Inhale through the nose, exhale through pursed lips. Inhale through the nose, exhale through pursed lips. So the 100 standing, you'll find that after a few of these pulses, your shoulders are going to get quite tired. So feel free to have a rest. But if you can, keep going. And my counting hasn't improved since you've seen me last. I still struggle to talk and to count at the same time, so I'm making it up as always. Let's go for 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 99. 100. Good. You should all have managed to get a little bit of a burn in those shoulders by 100. Shoulder rolls backwards, please. Perfect. Couple more. Last one. Good job. All right. Take the hand weights and place them on your mats or next to your mats. I'm going to stand sideways to you, but you're going to stand facing the screen. I am holding on to the back of my chair. And I'm standing parallel to my chair. I'm going to hold on to my waist like this. You can see I'm gently holding on to my waist. I'm clenching both of my bum cheeks and then I'm just lifting one foot off. Good. I'm holding on to the back of my chair if I need to. If you don't need to hold on to the back of the chair, then don't. So you're either holding on to the chair and lift the leg, or you can have both of your hands on your waist if your balance is good enough. But it's there if you need it. Good. What we're going to do now, we're going to lengthen that leg. It's still off the floor, so I'm not standing down. And I'm starting a pendulum swing. Keep breathing, please. A nice, generous pendulum swing. Good. Keep going forwards and backwards. Make sure it doesn't take your breath away. Feel how you're pulling that tummy in. Good, and now we're going to change the movement slightly. We're going to bring it forward and we're going to make a big circle to the side. forward, and a big circle. If you want to make this smaller for an easier option, then go for it, make it smaller. But if you can, make it nice and generous. Okay, the standing leg is becoming tired, so it's starting to burn. I'm going to reverse the circle, round and down. And again, I'm holding on if you need to, but you don't have to. So if you can, let go of the chair and do it without the balance aid. Keep breathing. You've got one more on this side, and take those feet parallel. Good, shake it out. You might find that that standing leg got a little bit of a burn. Change the chair over to the other side. Same thing here. Stand first, bend your knee, and just stand nice and tall. Find a point on the horizon that you can look at, or maybe even slightly diagonally on the floor. You know, once you're happy with that balance, you start your pendulum swings. Forwards and backwards. And again, if you can, let go. Keep breathing. Lovely, good. Bring it forward, semicircle back. Bring it forward, semicircle back. As big or as small as you can, please. Trying to find that balance. Change the direction, go the other way. Having that chair there just really helps to increase your confidence and to just hold on to it. Even if you're a good balancer, every once in a while, you just need that to correct it. You've got one more. Oh, there you go, big one. You didn't see that. And take your foot back on the floor. Perfect. Okie dokie. Lose your chair. I'm going to place it over here. Place it out of the way as well. And then we're going to come onto the floor. So I'm just going to pull you a little bit closer. Please come down onto the floor on all fours and start your cat-cows. Your cat-cows on all fours. Nice and warm all of a sudden. So come onto your knees. Hands are underneath your shoulders. And then you're going to breathe out to pull the back towards the ceiling. Tuck the chin to your chest. Find the arch in your back. And then bring it forward. Gently pull the shoulders down your back. Good. There's not really a breathing pattern that I want you to adhere to. I just want you to breathe. Forwards and backwards. If you've got fragile wrists, you can see if you want to bring those hands onto their knuckles, that could work. And keep going up and down. Couple more for me. The aim here is to find range of movement through the full length of your spine. What you don't want to feel is lower back ache. So as you come down, you don't want to push that lower back into any deep curves. You just want to find that movement completely pain-free. You're going to do one more, please. Bring it up. And then come into neutral. Good, and now we're going to sink down onto our elbows. And our elbows are parallel to one another. Parallel, so not like a train track coming forward, but parallel in front of your chest. Pull the shoulders down your back. Now we're going to go into rotation. Draw the belly in, and on the exhale, you're going to lift the elbow up to the ceiling, or find it's quite tight there, and then bring it back down again on the inhale. On the exhale, you lift the other side. Don't force, don't push. Allow the body to warm up into this. You'll find after 4 or 5, it will get much, much easier. Breathe out and breathe in. Keep going. That's it. Really pull your shoulders down your back. So we've got a wonderful, wonderful neutral spine. And keep going. Mobilizing that rotation. Making sure we can feel how we are engaging through that belly button pelvic floor. And sometimes when it gets really tight and stiff, we forget to breathe. So make sure that you breathe out as you go up. Breathe in as you come down. Let's do 2 more, one on each side. Up, take it down, and then that leaves you with one more, lift up, and take it down. Good job. Now you're going to come back into a child's pose. Sit as far back as your knees allow you to go. That's it. See if you can keep your elbows off the mat and sink the breastbone a little bit closer to the mat. Make sure there is a breath. Feel the armpits opening up and the shoulders, front and back. Yeah, and then please come up onto all fours again. Hands are underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers out and push the weight into the tips of your fingers. Pull the shoulders back and down, draw the belly button in. And if you can, give me a long leg, focusing on shoulder and hip stability. And then do the other side without wiggling the tail. So take it out and lift. You breathe out. Paying attention that our elbows don't bend. Breathe out to extend and lift. Breathe in to take it down again. If you want to make this slightly easier, you don't lift the toe up. So you just bring the big toe back and bring it back to you. So if you find if you lift the leg up and it pulls into your lower back, then please keep that big toe on the floor. If you want to make it harder, you're now going to extend the opposite arm as well as that leg. Make sure you have a breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. You should be able to balance a teacup between the shoulder blades and on your lower back without spilling anything. And breathe out. Really find that length. Feel how you're pulling your tummy in as tightly as you possibly can. Strong breath. Make sure the hips don't sink. You've got one more on each side. Extend. Bring it down. You've got one last one. And extend. And bring it down. Well done. Okay, let's go on our side. So come onto your side. Grab your cookbooks or blocks and place it underneath your head. We're going to keep the class fairly simple today because I've got a live audience. And then as we go through the weeks, we're going to make it more and more complicated as you get used to me again. You're going to extend the top leg. Really make sure the top leg is beautifully lengthened. You have to make sure that your upper body is neutral. That means your waist is lifted off the floor. So make sure you pull that hip away. And then give me nice round circular motions through that leg. Draw that belly in, lift your rib cage up and tuck the tail between your legs. You want to try for that circle to go up and down with equal measures and forwards and backwards as well. So the circle is perfectly round. Good. And some of you look like you're doing that circle in front of your body. See if you can make the circle in line with you. So half of the circle goes in front, half of it behind you. You have as many breaks as you need to. Now you're going to flex your toe and you're going to go the other way. Go the other way. Change that rotation, that circular rotation. Bottom thigh is pushing into that floor. Good. And really focus on the leg length. Don't make it too big. So I want the circle to be about as big as a dinner plate. So some of you are making sort of a circle as big as a hula hoop. Make it smaller or control it more. You've got 3. You've got 2. And then you've got one more. And then we're going to do a quick rest here. Just a small one. Perfect. Nice. You're going to take that top leg and lift it up. Good. And then you're going to rotate the knee to the knee. Tap it down. Then you're going to lift the leg up again and you're going to tap your foot to your foot. Good. And then lift it up again. Knee to knee. Keep going with this. So this is your internal and external hip rotation. Good. The bigger you make it, the deeper the hip rotates. But some hips don't like that. So if your hip is not really happy doing that, and what you can do is just open and close. So that's your option. But if you can, if the hip doesn't complain, then please go knee to knee, toe to toe. Make sure your bum cheeks are engaging and pull the back of your head back. So you've got a lovely upright position. Nice. Keep that going. Make sure there's a breath. Have lots of breaks if you need them, particularly if you haven't done any Pilates for a while. Couple more. Last one. Beautiful. And then relax. Take the top arm up and bring it forward. Can you see my bottom arm is also lengthened? I'm going to push the block back a little bit. Rotation, open books. Drop it to the back. Take your rib cage with you. Make sure you're not pulling the arm too low down. So what I don't want you to do is lose that, that position of the shoulder blade in its pocket. So pull the shoulder blade down gently and then don't allow the shoulder to creep up to your ear. Make sure that you're not going so far back that you can feel that happening. So I would say your maximum should be about 45 degrees from the floor to your arm. And then if you want more, you just rotate further through your ribs. If you've got osteoporosis, you're just allowing the hips to gently pull back with your body. So you're not quite so static. So there is a little bit more movement going on. Also, if you have a sore lower back and you find if I keep my hips perfectly still, it pulls on my lower back, then allow the hips to move gently. But if you're perfectly pain-free, then please focus on keeping the same amount of length in each of your knees. So when you go back, the top knee doesn't pull back. And you can keep that way by pulling the tummy in. Good. Let's do one more here. Make it your deepest one yet. Up and find that rotation. Good, and then bring it forward again and hang on to your top hip bone. You're now going to extend the top leg once more. You're going to flex your foot, so feel the length in the back line of your leg. Pull the tummy and tuck the tail in, and then you're going to start pulsing from the hip up. Good. So this is your beat. I want you to focus on keeping the upper body perfectly stable. So you're working on your stabilizing muscles from the hip to the crown of the head. And of course, you're moving the legs, so the bum cheek and the outer thigh will also be activated. Push the bottom thigh into the floor for stability. Lengthen the top leg for stability. If I give you too much to do, so if the length of how long we're holding is too much, then have a break. Keep going, keep breathing. Nice deep breaths. Finding that bum cheek starting to burn. Maybe the leg feels a little bit heavier than it did before. Keep going. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Well done. All right. Come on up. Loose the block, place it on the other side of the mat so you know where you need to go. And then turn onto your chest. We are working on extension of the back. You've got to be a little bit careful. So if you've got a little bit of trouble connecting your core, you need to just reduce the range of movement. Melt the shoulders down your back. Draw the belly button in, clench your bum cheeks. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, lift the back of your head up. Pull the chin into your neck. Keep the forearms on the floor for the time being. And then bring it back down again. So I really want you to feel how you're engaging the back of your neck. So as you lift up, you pull the chin into your neck and you lift through the back of your head to feel the deep neck muscles engaging. And then bring it back down again. If you're happy with this and you want to take it further, then please do. So you're now going to lift the elbows off. Your gaze comes diagonally forward. Inhale and exhale to bring it back down again. Never should you let go of your belly button engagement or your clench through the bum cheeks. Lift up, look diagonally forward and take it down again. So some backs really love to go into extension. Other backs are struggling. So you need to really listen to your body and sort of figure out how far up should I be taking this so that it's nice and healthy and nice and safe. See if you can push your hands a little bit more into the floor and bring that breastbone forward for a stretch in your belly area. Bring it back down again. Really feel how you're strengthening through the shoulders as well. You've got one more here. Breathe out. And breathe in. And take it down. Wonderful. Good. Hover the head over the top of the mat and start engaging each leg after the other one. So you're going to lift the leg up with very little height and a lot of length. Just lift the big toe and the kneecap up. The skin of your thigh, as long as the kneecap is lifting, does not need to come off the mat. So make sure that the kneecap is lifting, so the kneecap is moving away from the floor. That's what I want you to do. Never ever have sneaky rests in between repetitions. So you keep that bum cheek nicely engaged at all times. Breath-wise, you're breathing out on the way up. You're breathing in on the way down. Have lots of rests if you need to. If you want to do more, you're now going to give me double extension. So don't forget, I want length, not height. So extend both legs. Really feel how your bum cheeks engage. Place the big toes back down. And then go again. Extend. Good. Go back to level 1, that single leg raise, if the lower back is unhappy or even have a break. Good. What I want you to do now is I want you to go into level 3. So we're going to extend, lift, hold. And now you're going to clap your heels together nice and gently. Engage the bum cheek, engage the inner thighs. Pull your shoulders down a little bit more. Pull the chin into your neck, lift the back of your head up. Breathe, please. Pull the belly away from the mat, as many as you can. If you can keep going with it, we're going to do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax everything. Perfect. Good. Push yourself up. And before we go over to the other side, we're going to do some kneeling exercises. So what I need you to do, if you don't want to kneel due to knee issues, for example, then just stand up for a moment. You need your hand weights. You need your hand weights. So if you don't want to kneel, stand up. Beautiful. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Draw the belly button in, tuck the tail in. Lift the hand weights up to a diagonal and then pull the elbows together behind you. Feel your shoulder muscles engage. Inhale up. And exhale to clench. Good. If this is too much, you're going to lose your hand weights. That's your first regression is losing the hand weights. And again, you can do this standing. Pull back, breathe out. You're trying to find the engagement at the top of your shoulder blades and also at the bottom of your shoulder blades. And breathe out. Keep tucking the tail between your legs. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going. Inhale. And exhale. The shoulders should feel nice and warm by now. Good. We're now going to do a triple pulse at the back. 3, 2, 1. And really imagine that grapefruit squeeze between the shoulder blade. 3, 2, 1. And bring it up. Go again. Breathe out. And 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. 2 more. And squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Reach forward. You've got 1 more. Pull it back. And 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good job. Big shoulder rolls once more to get rid of any tightness. Good. Place the hand weights down. And then interlace your hands behind your back like this. What I would like you to do now is I'd like you to tuck your tail in a little bit more and then lift the arms as far away from your back as you can. Pull the shoulders back, tuck the tail in, feel the stretch in the front of your chest. Make sure it doesn't take your breath away. So you can lift this higher up if you can. Perfect. Keep breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release. And then we've already established where we need to go next. We've got our block on the other side. We're going to do the same 3 exercises over on the other side. So lie back down once more. On your side. Perfect. There's actually 4 exercises on the side. And then lengthen through the full length of your body and point your toes. Make sure that your shoulder is in the right place. So you want to stack these shoulders. You want to have that gap underneath the waist for good posture. Good. And then you're going to start your circular motion. You can either keep the hand on the hip, for a little bit more of a challenge, or the hand on the floor for a little bit more support. Make sure the back of the head is in the right place. So pull the back of your head back, pull the shoulders back and down, draw that belly in. Yet I can tell from the screen that some of you don't lengthen the leg enough. So you really have to lengthen the leg to pull the hip into an upright position. Good. Flex your toes and go the other way. The circle is perfectly round, about as big as a dinner plate. You keep breathing, please. In for half the circle, out for the other half. In through the nose, out through pursed lips. Keep going. Nice long leg. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring the leg down. Have a quick rest. Good. We're now going to lift the leg up. We're going to rotate the knee to the knee. Then we're going to lift the leg up and we're going to go foot to foot. Try not to wiggle your hips backwards. So do your hardest, do your best to keep the hips facing forward. So make sure the belly pulls in. You lift your pelvic floor. But if you find that this hip now has a little bit of a hissy fit and it doesn't want to do this internal rotation or external rotation, then just give me a leg lift. Do what's best for you, or alternatively, you have a break. Knee to knee and toe to toe. Keep breathing. Knee to knee, toe to toe, knee to knee. Lift that foot up nice and high, toe to toe. Make sure the waist doesn't drop, your hips don't wiggle. Last one, one forward, toe to toe, and rest. Good job. Lift your head up, push the block back a little bit more, or those cookbooks. Bring both arms forward, tuck your tail in, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, you start your rotation on this side. Again, we are focusing on the rotation of our spine, not the stretch in your chest. So what you want to try to do is keep your shoulder blade inside the pocket. So make sure the shoulders are pulled downwards, they're melting down your back. And the shoulder, particularly once you go past midline, the shoulder really wants to creep up. Don't allow that to happen. So 45-degree measured from the floor into your arm, that's your maximum you should do, even if you have the flexibility. I think we probably all have that flexibility to touch the floor back there if you release everything. But we're doing our best to find that rotation through the spine. So make sure, unless you've got osteoporosis or a fragile back, that you don't allow the hips to move. Make sure the head is moving with it. So I want that whole rotation from the hips into the crown of your head. Make sure you breathe out and you breathe in. Let's do one more. And breathe out. And breathe in. Good. And then hold on to your hip bone and extend your leg. Flex your foot. Pull the top shoulder back. Draw the belly button in and start pulsing from the hip up. You want to press the bottom leg into the floor and you want to really exaggerate the leg length. The longer the leg, the less the upper body is going to rock. The more you pull the tummy in, the less your upper body is going to rock. The better the posture, the less the upper body is going to rock. So you're working on those stabilizing muscles of your torso. Push that bottom leg into the floor. So we've got a nice, stable thigh. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Good job. Right, push yourself up again. We're losing our block, but we're going to grab our bands. So if you haven't got a band, a towel would do, or the rope of your bathrobe. But they really aren't very expensive. So treat yourself to a band when you order something from Amazon next. Lie on your back. And then place the band over the top of your hips. We don't need it straight away. Bring the arms out to the side with your palms up. You're now going to take one leg and place the ankle over the thigh. Perfect. Good. Pull the tummy in tightly. And then you're going to bring this whole package over to the side. Look away from it. Good. Until you feel a stretch appearing. Keep pulling the tummy in. And then inhale, exhale to go over to the other side. I can't really tell you exactly where you're going to feel the stretches. It all depends where you're tight. I want you to do this nice and slowly. So most likely you're going to feel this somewhere around your hips. And maybe if you're tight in your upper body, you're going to find this stretch in your just above the armpit as well, particularly if you bring the arms a little bit higher up. You know, make sure you engage, please. No forcing, no pushing. Just a nice, smooth, fluid movement from one side to the other side. Trying to find a nice mobile back. Opening up through the hips. You know, then pull it back to the center and simply swap the legs over. Same thing here. Start on one side. Don't expect the same thing from this side. This is your other hip, so it might feel a little bit different on this side. And change. Oh, I can feel I'm much, much tighter on this side. And that is perfectly normal. It all depends on, you know, are you right-handed? Are you left-handed? Are you right-footed? Are you left-footed? Have you got an old injury, for example, or maybe a knee replacement, a hip replacement? And that will all make these stretches uneven. You all have different strengths in each leg. Keep going, a couple more, making sure we engage. Last one. Perfect. Nice. And then bring it back to the center. Unfold your legs, grab your bands, and then strap one of your feet into it. Hold the band fairly loose. It's just to help you hold the leg up there. Good. So our stretches from a scale from 1 to 10. 1 is you sleep, 10 is you screaming. I want this to be in maybe a 5. Nice and gentle. Try to really work on extending your knee fully. Unless you're hypermobile, you can really bring that knee into a long position. Good. And now let's say we are in a 5, so you can feel it, but you're not frowning. You can now gently pull that leg just a touch closer to you. Good. Now you're not quite so sure whether you like it anymore or not. It's a little bit more tense. Good. Hold it there. Obviously, you're doing the pulling, so if it's too much, pull it, release it a little bit. Pull the big toe towards you and heel the heel up to the ceiling. Oh, can you feel the calves? Good. You're now going to rotate your foot outwards. No, not the leg, just the foot. Bring that leg back to the center, just the foot. So it's just a rotation through the foot and the knee, but the foot itself is still lined up with your hip bone. Yeah, and then over to the other side. Rotate the foot inwards, rotate the knee inwards. That's it. And then bring that knee and big toe back to the front. Lengthen your arms, bend the knee, and bring the other leg into the stretch. Pull the elbows back to the floor. Good. And then lift that leg up so it's nice and straight. Find a 5. A 5. So not too deep, not too loose. Good. And then pull it in a little bit more. We're maybe in frowning territory now. Drop the big toe down, lift the heel up. Find a stretch in the back end of your thigh. Okay, now turn it again. Turn your foot and your knee inward. So you're rotating your thigh bone in your hip joint. And then over to the other side. Feel how that changes the feeling of the stretch. We're going to do it one more time. Turn the foot inwards. Outwards it goes. Back to the center and bend your knee and come out of that band. Good. Roll onto all fours once more. And then just give me that cat-cow again that we did at the beginning. You should feel like somebody's put some oil into your joints. You should feel much more free, that movement, hopefully pain-free. One more time. And then bring it into neutral. Come on up into a kneeling position. We got a shoulder roll here. And that is it for tonight. Well done, everybody. Any feedback, do let me know. Email me, text me, and I shall see you later.